Hey everybody, it's Maven Monday. Today we're going to talk about how to be like Super Bowl ads. We all love Super Bowl ads, and what we've derived is three tactics, three things we see repeating in a lot of the big brands. We're going to share some of those tactics with you today. They're a little easier than you might think to start introducing into maybe your own ads or your social media. So the first tactic is called random entry. Now, we all learned random entry first from a place called Wizard Academy. It's a non-traditional business school for the imaginative, the courageous, and the ambitious. We highly recommend you go there. This is one of the big things we've taken away from there. But it turns out that this is being used by a lot of people. Random entry is a tactic where you kind of drop the brain off in an alternate universe. And then you're starting your ad from a very, very unexpected perspective. That's the random perspective. You earn attention immediately doing this because you make the audience wonder what's going on. After the audience has been taken on a 30-second journey of what's going on here, kind of like they're hearing one half of a conversation and trying to figure it out, they have this moment of realizing, oh, it's about that product, and it's kind of like that magic burst moment. The Tide ads are always a good example. It's just some very, very wacky, some unexpected scene, and then they kind of have done it so much, the random entry, they're making a joke out of it being random, and it's like, nope, it's a Tide ad. ETrade. This was somewhat random. It was old people doing funny things. We didn't quite see that it was about the ETrade product, the investing product, until the very, very last seconds of the commercial. Kind of the metaphor was, you know, don't be working forever, and we all got it immediately. But it wasn't surprising if we didn't have this random thing before, if they'd have come straight at us with a product. Tactic 2 is connecting to a bigger purpose. Now we're seeing a lot of big brands do this. Have a little bit of mixed feelings about how to do this, but the best ones are making your brand, or making their brand the spokesperson for some sort of cause. You got to be all in, no gimmicks. Try not to make it obvious that you're trying to get business out of this. I think I saw a car company that wanted to donate a percentage of every car sold, and they made this big deal of it. And that's not really the bigger purpose. They're just trying to sell cars. Ram did a great job of this, on the contrary, with their MLK speech. And it wasn't really about anything about selling trucks, but they just kind of led with this, you know, monumental MLK, Martin Luther King, and the end of it was, everyone can be great. You just need a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love. Toyota did the same thing with the Olympics ad they tied into. Good timing. They showed the story of the skier, and the anthem, the song behind it was I Get Up Again. It was kind of about the underdog. Now we associate that feeling with Toyota, maybe. Stella did the same thing with the water ads. We saw Matt Damon showing the third world country. And the big call to action here is water isn't that easy to come by everybody, and they're just standing for that. I think they did a little better job than Budweiser on that personally, because they made it less about them and what they did, and they were just calling out the cause. So the third tactic that's very popular is ads that are aware that they're ads. Now, brands have gotten keen to the fact that we don't really like advertising as such. We don't like things spoon-fed to us. We don't like the forced product of advertising. So they've taken the ad-aware approach, which is like them saying, hey, we get it. You've had enough of ads. Let's stop pretending. Let's be real. And now we're going to make our ad showing behind the scenes of us creating the ad. And a lot of them did this. A lot of people are doing this. And they make some fun of the fact that they're trying to be commercial. The authenticity gained here is that people don't feel like they're being forced, having something forced on them. So M&M's did this with the Danny Devito. They started showing this weird random thing of Danny, you know, swimming in the chocolate, and then they immediately showed behind the scenes, and it was kind of like a gag. Pringles did this with Bill Hader, and you know, they're supposed to be shooting the ad, but really the whole time they're talking about this weird thing they're doing with the Pringles. It's a little bit of random entry, but it's also just being self-aware, not taking themselves that seriously. People level with that, people connect with that. Those are the three tactics that we borrowed from the Super Bowl to give to you guys. If you need some help incorporating these into your messaging, give us a call. We would love to brainstorm and have some fun doing this together. Or shoot us an email at mavenmondays@frankandmaven.com. Last thing, share this video if you wouldn't mind. We'd like to get to know your friends and anybody else you think that might need to see this. Thanks for watching, and have a great week.